Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, please be sure to click the subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you don't miss out every single time I post a new video. If you are already part of the fabulous family, what's popping, what's happening, what's good? So before we go anywhere, I just do want to give a disclaimer that I'm in no way like endorsing Zara or giving them a pass. Obviously, we know with the current times that we're living in, we have then had to experience brands not really supporting black people or really pulling up when it's really necessary. Unfortunately, as a plus size or fuller figured woman, I struggle to find things that fit me, and unfortunately there aren't many alternatives for people with my size, especially at a very affordable price. That being said, I'm not really able to cancel Pretty Little Things or a bunch of different high street or fast fashion brands for that reason. So I'm not really trying to be ignorant or saying I'm still going to do what I want to do. If you are in a position to obviously find alternatives that support your budget, definitely do so, and obviously use your own discretion as to what brands you want to support and spend your money on. So as you guys can see from the title, this is a Zara try on haul. I was very apprehensive when I did an Instagram poll. People on my Instagram voted for Zara try on haul. Zara for me typically is not my go-to shop for like loads of items. I do like some of their accessories as in their bags. Obviously I love Zara perfume. In terms of actual clothing, it's very hit or miss. I personally, in my experience, have not found Zara to be categorically plus size friendly. Here or there, I do find pieces that fit and that are nice, but it's really rare. I can literally count on one hand the amount of times I've been very satisfied with the fit of something from Zara. So my general sizes fluctuate between a 12 and 14 when I'm at my smallest, and a 16, 18 obviously when I'm at my biggest. I've currently gained weight because of lockdown, but I'm kind of like in between that range in general. So I'm kind of like 14, 16, 18. I'm more on the 16 to 18 spectrum at the moment, but some things I still have to get in a 14 and a medium. Just for reference, if you scroll down to the description box below, I've included my measurements of my bust, my waist and my hips, just in case somebody out there wants kind of the analysis or the comparison. Before I get to the clothes, I just wanted to show you the only like accessory that I bought. I bought this, or it's kind of like a rust orange mini bag, and it's got like this satin finish basically. It's got this magnetic clasp, obviously to open and close. The only thing I will note that is that the entrance, the opening of the bag is a lot smaller than the base of the bag. So in terms of putting stuff in, you're more likely only to be able to fit smaller things. I don't really know if my phone will fit. I feel like it may, but I'll probably have to like angle it when I place it in the bag. From my last PLT video, I did obviously express that I generally feel like mini bags are perfect for dates, because obviously you're going to be in the car and all of that stuff, and obviously this kind of proves why. If you're not able to put much when you're on a date, it's not that much of an issue. You're just going to be sat down, as opposed to going to an event or going to the club. You don't want to be having to hold things in your hands. So yeah, that's just my kind of thing about mini bags. But y'all, like I said, I like the finish and stuff as well as the color. I'm not really a big fan of colorful bags. As you guys know, I have a large variety of black bags. But I just decided I wanted something like for a pop of color. Where I wear a lot of black, I figured that having a bag that's quite colorful could be a statement piece for an outfit where I'm wearing all black and just have a pop of color. So that's why I picked this up. Okay, so now we're gonna get on to the clothes. The first thing I bought is this dress. It's a bodycon ruched detail dress. It's got a bit of a balloon kind of sleeve, and the sleeve has this like button detailing at the end. Like I said, it's ruched, and it's ruched like all the way going down to the hem of the dress. The dress is kind of like, I don't want to say, okay, I'm going to try and lift this. I don't want to say like, do you guys remember back in the day when we had, what did we call them? What did we call them? Bubble dresses. Do you guys remember bubble dresses? I feel like the hem of this dress is giving me those vibes. But obviously it's still a bodycon fit. I bought this dress in a XXL because I just wasn't sure. On Zara's website, they kind of give you like the measurements of the dress, obviously like hip, bust, waist, that kind of stuff. And I looked at that and I wasn't really sure because it said it was super stretchy. So I was like, I'm just gonna give this a try. But funny enough, you guys will notice from the try on clip that it's actually a little bit big, especially at the very bottom. I prefer my bodycon to literally be very figure hugging, and I felt like there was a bit of room, so it was a little bit gapey in the sides, so it stuck out a little bit. That was like no bueno for me. Also, in terms of the middle, generally with ruched material, I feel like personally it looks a lot better when the item of clothing itself is really well fitted. So if you're gonna wear a ruched bodycon dress, you want it to be well fitted, you don't want it to be loose. If you get it loose, or if the dress or the item of clothing is loose, you tend to look bigger, and you notice on the trend clip that I look just a tad bit bigger and wider than I actually am, and obviously that's no bueno. For this dress, I decided to pair it with my good old black pouch bag and some strappy sandal heels. Because the dress has so much detail, I just feel like it's best paired with accessories that are very simple and straight to the point. The dress has a lovely pattern and also has a lot of structure and texture. There's absolutely no need to do too much in terms of the shoes and bag, so that's why I decided to pair this dress with these accessories. It was really unfortunate for me because when I saw this dress, I really loved it. It's different from like the normal dresses I would wear, but it's still really nice for me, and I was obsessed with the not really plaid but like checkered toffee brown and black combination. I thought this is actually absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I was quite sad that it didn't work out for the best. The next thing I bought is this ribbed crop top, and it's got a racer back detail. I got this in a large. Really like basic stuff. I'm a big fan of racer back bodysuits and stuff. The only annoying thing is obviously like having to find the right bra and this, that, and the third. You guys notice from the trend clip that I am not wearing the right bra for this. I decided to pair this with this satin skirt, and I bought that skirt from New Look, and I just felt like I really liked the combination of the sky blue with the white. I mean, that's always a winner. I'm really trying to do more looks that have flats. It's not everyday heels, it's not every day I'm going out, and realistically, even pre-Rona, I really don't go out that much, so there's no need for every outfit to be tailored for like the club or going out or like an event. There are going to be times I'm honestly just going to eat with my friends, and I'm not going to do that in heels all the time. So I'm trying to obviously incorporate more looks that have flats, and that's why I thought this would be perfect to pair with this cute white mini bag from Pretty Little Thing and these cute white sandals from New Look. The next thing I bought are these trousers. I'm actually going to take this off the hanger so you guys get to see like how they really look. I don't really remember what they're called, but they kind of like these elasticated sort of like culottes. I'm so sorry that the brightness will keep changing as I lift items and take them down. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, they have this like crinkle kind of texture and material. I got these in black, and I bought an extra large, and the reason I bought the extra large is because I really wanted them to have the nice loose fit around the thighs and legs. However, unfortunately, you'll notice from the clip that I ended up pairing this with a belt because the waist was just way too big for me. Yeah, I would have to get these taken in a whole lot, and with materials like this, I'm kind of like apprehensive to take to the tailor because I don't want to damage it. So you know how if I take it to the tailor and I have to take it in, it may entirely just mess up the entire stitching of the pair of trousers, and I don't really want to do that. I think I'm going to just go back and order these in a large and see if that's any better, because I did have quite a lot of leg room anyway. So I'm just going to get them in a large, and hopefully they'll have the same kind of like flow. I just needed the waist to be a little bit smaller because even with the belt, I felt like I was still adjusting and shifting it around, and I don't want to get to the point where, like, you know, you put the belt around something big and then it gets kind of paper bag waisty, because for these I don't want them to look like that. I decided to pair this with this mesh top that I bought from Pretty Little Thing a really long time ago, and these mules that I bought from Pretty Little Thing as well. I also paired this with the black pouch. By the way, you guys are probably judging me by now because of how frequently I pair things with this pouch, but I love it. It's literally my favorite bag at the moment, so you guys are gonna have to allow me. Yo, I wanted a really chilled look. I'm not gonna lie, this is giving me very rich auntie vibes. I really like the combination of the culottes and the mules and the mesh. I felt like the mesh was a nice touch, really well covered up, so I was like, something a little cheeky that kind of shows a little bit but not too much would be quite nice, and that's what I did. And this was all black, very on brand for me, and with a touch of gold. So I was like, let me just keep this very simple, but I still really liked this outfit. The next thing I bought is this bodycon dress over here, and I also bought this little cardi to go with it. I don't know why, from that last Pretty Little Thing haul where I bought the white bodycon dress, I've just kind of been feeling wearing white, and I know it's still risky business. My stomach is still shouting, my fupa is still screaming at you guys, but I don't care. I was really feeling like, let me just get another white dress. I bought this white dress in a medium because where it's bodycon, I would rather just go smaller than bigger, because I hate when bodycon dresses are baggy and not like well fitted. So I'd rather it be small, and then obviously if I need to exchange it, I'll exchange it, but rather small than big. I bought this in a medium and it fit perfectly. This little cardigan that I decided to pair it with, I got in a large, and it's navy and white with a little gold button detail, but it was really tight. Like you guys will notice from the try-on clip, it looks like my boobs are literally going to bust the one button that I did up open. I don't really know what's going on because I bought it in a large, and even then knitwear is generally more often than not like looser or like stretchier. So I don't really understand what's going on with Zara, but my friend Jay did remind me that like Zara tops fall small, and unfortunately I totally forgot this. In my head at the time I was like, it's knitwear, it should be fine, but obviously here we are, we can see that they do fall small. I was trying to go for a really cute like preppy look. I paired this with these white sandals, the white bag, because I just felt like it would go really nice together, and then the cardigan box to kind of like break all the color. But I really like this dress. It's definitely cheaper for me. Unfortunately, this cardigan, when I bought this, I didn't see an extra large. It was just small, medium, large. I'm gonna probably go back and see if I can find it in extra large, because I feel like this cardigan would look really nice even with some straight leg jeans, if you just kind of like do a couple of buttons and wear them with some flats, and wear it with some flats. I feel like that would look really nice. Definitely gonna try and get this in extra large because I really like the color and the material as well. It's quite thick, but not really like hot, so I really like that. It's unfortunate that it was a bit small. So I'm basically about to talk you through the worst part of this haul. You guys are going to scream. Okay, so the last two pieces I bought were jeans. The first pair are these super elastic ones. I'm gonna try and find the right name, but I was basically doing my research on YouTube, and I was watching a whole bunch of videos, and I was trying to find like plus size and fuller figured girls who had gotten jeans from Zara, and a lot of the people I'd found had smaller bums than me, or were generally slightly smaller than me, so it wasn't really like as helpful as I would have wanted it to be. I did see Naledi's video. I'm gonna put the video down below, where she was talking about like jeans from Zara that she buys, and she's like smaller than me in general, so she has a big bum but she's smaller than me, so I already knew that we're not going to be the same size. But I tried to kind of follow her advice in terms of like what kind of jeans would fit the best on curvier girls. She had generally recommended the super stretchy jeans and jeans from the Join Life collection by Zara, because apparently that material tends to be a lot stretchier. So I was like, okay, I have a bit of a guide, this is gonna work, I thought. So these super elastic ones that I bought them in a 16. I'm gonna take them off the hanger really quick. So I bought these in a 16, and I was really excited because they have like a ripped knee and a frayed hem detail. You'll notice from the try-on clip that these did not fit, and these were the size 16. So I was like, girl, how are you super stretchy? And don't get me wrong, they actually are stretchy, but I just don't understand how the 16 didn't fit, especially as stretchy as they are. For me personally, I feel like something is really off with their sizing. I can tell that if I go up to an 18 they will fit. However, with this size 16, the ankle is not skinny. You guys can already see this, and you guys know that I've expressed that I have really skinny ankles for the size of my thighs. So I was already like, okay, this is a red flag, because inevitably if I go up to an 18, the ankles are only going to be wider. And I feel like this problem isn't just a Zara thing. For a lot of places, they really struggle to get like the ankles super skinny if the denim is like bigger than a size 12, I would say. The fact that I could tell that if I go to an 18 it's going to fit, but if the ankle's already big with the 16, I was really like, there's no point in me going to an 18 only for the ankles to be even wider. That's not going to work for me. And the last pair was this pair of vintage skinny jeans. These were on Naleli's video if I'm not mistaken. Yes, high rise skinny, sorry. I bought these in the 18 because these weren't the super stretchy ones. So again in my head I was like, okay, this is even an 18, it's gonna fit. Like, I don't buy jeans in an 18 anyway, but because Zara falls small, let me just get the 18. And guys, look at this disaster. Guys, they did not fit. I'm really like vexed. I was like, excuse me Zara, I'm not a size 20. We're not about to do this. This is not an agenda that you're going to successfully run around here. I didn't really understand why the 18 didn't fit. They do have a bit of stretch to them, but they just didn't have that thing. They just did not fit. So that brings us to the end of all the things that I got from Zara. Unfortunately, I'm gonna give Zara a 2 out of 5 because for me this is dismal. I don't feel like I should have to go back and forth with, you know, sizes, as in sometimes the medium fits, sometimes the large and the extra larges don't fit. That does not make any sense to me. Denim wise, there's no reason why a UK size 18 does not fit me. It was quite disappointing for me, I'm not gonna lie, especially this one because this is the item I was looking the most forward to. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. For me personally, Zara is getting a 2 out of 5 on whether they're plus size friendly or not, because you saw crop top and the bodycon dress are the only things that actually fit perfectly fine. Everything else, there was an issue. For me, I love shopping, it's therapeutic. I don't feel like having stress when I walk into a store or when I'm online picking stuff up. That to me does not sound like my idea of fun. So you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think it's worth me getting the culottes, the black culottes in a large, because I actually really like these trousers. Which of the pieces were your favorites? You guys know what to do. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and until next time, bye.